Houston at New England. Sunday divisional playoff weekend. Talk about two different franchises trying to get to the same point. The Patriots are looking to advance to, wait for it, their 16th AFC Championship game. 16. Would tie them with the Cowboys and Steelers in terms of the most of all time, second place behind the 49ers. The Texans are one of only 4 active franchises to never reach a conference championship game. Only one of 4 teams to never appear in a Super Bowl. All time. They're the only active franchise to have never appeared in a conference championship. New England's got 11 Super Bowls appearances, 3 more than any other team. The Patriots' wild card win against the Chargers was their first playoff win since Bueller, Brockman. Remember their last playoff win?
Super Bowl.
That's right. Beating the Rams in Super Bowl 52. That's how long it's been. Meanwhile, the Texans won a playoff game last Monday, and they have won a playoff game in each of their first 3 seasons since hiring head coach DeMeco Ryans and drafting C.J. Stroud, the last combo to do that. Andrew Luck and Chuck Pagano, after Joe Flacco and John Harbaugh did it. The longest win streak in a single playoff round in NFL history belongs to the New England Patriots, bringing in 8 straight divisional playoff wins, 2012 to the present day. The Texans have lost all 6 games that they played in the divisional round in team's history. Totally different, and yet both of them start young quarterbacks. In terms of playoff matchups between starting quarterbacks under the age of 25, C.J. Stroud and Drake May are the first such matchups since Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts played in the NFC Championship game. Notice I didn't say finished that game. Lamar and Josh Allen, Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Brooks and Dante Culpepper are the only other such matchups this century. This will also be the 3rd youngest combined age between opposing starting quarterbacks in a playoff matchup all time. The Purdy-Hurts combo, younger than Stroud and Drake May at 47 years and 248 days combined. The youngest was Russ versus RG3 back in the 2012 wild card days. Regardless of outcome, the 2025 playoff season will be the 4th consecutive season with a quarterback under the age of 25 starting in a conference championship game. That would tie the record of 4 straight of 84 to 87 when the 83 draft class started crushing it. The Texans have the number 2 ranked scoring defense, number 1 total defense. This will be the first time in May's career that he faces a team with a top 5 scoring and total defense entering the week. That has never happened. We shall see what happens when the Texans defense goes against the Drake May quarterbacked offense. And of course, we will have to keep an eye on the weather to see what happens in New England. Will Old Man Winter, will Mother Nature level the playing surface with a bunch of snow that might create problems for that vaunted secondary of the Texans to plaster and that vaunted pass rush of the Texans to get enough traction and make some hay like the Steelers did against this offense last week, like the Steelers did against this Texans offense last week, or what they did against the Steelers offense last week, or will we see C.J. Stroud have some trouble getting the snap in his hands? My goodness gracious. Yeah. That's easy for me to say as we lead to the final game of divisional playoff weekend. Want to talk about cold? It's supposed to feel like 0. Could potentially even be winds of 20 to 30 miles an hour. It could potentially even be snow. Things that we don't see in Los Angeles, California.
Could travel to the mountains for that.
The Rams and the Bears are going to meet each other for the 3rd time in the playoffs. Last time it happened, the 1985 NFC Championship game, the vaunted Bears defense shut out the Rams 24-0. On that day, Sean McVay and Ben Johnson were not born.
Really? Wow.
That's correct. Yeah. Both of them were born in 1986. The Bears just won their first playoff game since 2010, while the Rams have advanced to the divisional round for the 2nd consecutive season and the 3rd time in 5 seasons since trading for Matthew Stafford. These two gents dialing up the offenses are part and parcel of 2 of the best in the National Football League in terms of the masterminds and young minds. Johnson and McVay are 2 of 3 head coaches all time to take over a team ranked last in total offense, which McVay did back in 2017, and lead them to the playoffs in his first season as its head coach. Ben Johnson did it this year again. The last coach to do it was Sean McVay in 2017. The Rams and Bears each ranked inside the top 10 in scoring and total defense, each ranked top 3 in big plays in 2025, which are rushes of 10 or more yards or completions of 20 or more yards. Sean McVay comes into this game with 9 career playoff wins, 4 more than any other head coach all time before turning 40. You want to widen it out to anybody 45 or younger. He wins this one. He breaks the tie with John Madden and ties Don Shula for the all-time mark in that regard. While, wait for it, the most interesting wild nugget of the entire weekend, Sean McVay is coaching in his 15th career playoff game. The Bears are a 15th different opponent. He's never played the same opponent coached against the same opponent in the playoffs ever. And now Ben Johnson, as we all know, is trying to take the Bears to the NFC Championship game against an old foe. Matthew Stafford taking on the Chicago Bears for the 23rd time in his career. He's got 35 passing touchdowns against Chicago. That's the third most in the Super Bowl era, while also taking on a first overall pick in Caleb Williams. This will be the largest age difference between former number 1 overall picks in a head-to-head playoff matchup ever. Stafford is 5,033 days or 13 years and 284 days older than Caleb Williams. 5th time Stafford has faced a number 1 overall quarterback in the playoffs. No other number 1 overall quarterback has participated in more than 2 such playoff matchups. And as you know, Stafford's doing it for a second consecutive week. He beat Bryce Young last week. Both Stafford and Williams are the kings of the fourth quarter, last second comeback game-winning drive. Both of them come into this game throwing a game-winning touchdown pass with under 2 minutes to go to lead the team to victory. We also do know the Bears like taking the ball away. We know that Stafford and this offense are bringing in a guy like Davante Adams, who's used to playing in Soldier Field as well. And they also have Matt LaFleur's brother coordinating the offense going against Ben Johnson and the Chicago Bears. That's your setup for the divisional playoff weekend.
Let's go.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.